And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Come back. Richmond.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He finds Corey Davis. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Tiger. Come back.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
They run with a rookie. This is Sony Michel. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gone! Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit!
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, Michel. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Back to throw. Throws. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go with Howard to begin the drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Richmond!
On 2nd down, here's Watson. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd is Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. It's caught. Jones. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Come back.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Stocker's got it, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out.
Come back.
To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Richmond.
From the gun, here's Watson. Punches with a catch over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On the ground, Michel. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rose. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Rose. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A give to Howard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Watson. And Davis with it left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They give it off here to the tight end. And it's a fumble. Into the Redskins have it, they do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! Detroit! We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10.
Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On first down, Rose got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down, Rose. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Looking to throw. Rose. Completes it right side to Doxson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and 10 at the 15.
Leopard.
A give. This is Michel. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they will run it with Michel. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Sony Michel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gone! Gone! Gone, gone! No, check! Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Leopard! Leopard!
On the handoff, it's Michelle. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On 1st and 10, Rose. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Throwing again. Rose. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Gone, 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 gone. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Doxson. 18 yards there and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Rose. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
No, check. Patriot.
On the ground is Michelle. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. Detroit.
And it's Michelle once again. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Tiger.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Richmond.
Now Watson to throw on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Tiger. Come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Watson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. Watson looks to throw again. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Tiger. Come back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Again, it's Michelle. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Michelle, spinning away. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Jack, Patriot! Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Throws. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Watson on first down. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw. He's got it at the 15. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. And give him a gain of 37. From the red zone now, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come back. Richmond.
Throwing again is Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. On third down, this is Howard. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
To throw on third down. Rose. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he's able to get it out of there. That's taken it around the 40. Still fighting through tackles. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
Now a pitch out to Michelle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake, for
yes,
sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone. Watch him now, Barney.
On 3rd down, Rose. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now it's Watson. He's going to let it flop. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Bryant's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
No, check. Patriot! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now Michelle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Redskins, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You